What is going on today, guys? Sticks10 here, and today we're gonna do some Patron battles here with one of my Patreons, and I do appreciate his support. And these are gonna be Catacomb Cup for the Silph Arena, and so you can see we switch from our Venusaur Umbreon leads to Alolan Graveler and Vespiquen. I do block the X Scissor. I wasn't sure how much it would do, and you can see they actually he gets back to back there on the X Scissor, chunking me down pretty good. I do get a little greedy here, I feel like, and so I shield. I don't know if I really needed a shield there, honestly. And then I do hit the Rock Blast. That does take Vespiquen out. Umbreon comes back in. We're going to throw a Stone Edge here. It does a good chunk there to Umbreon. And we might be able to get to one more, maybe. It doesn't look like it. Umbreon is going to KO us here with a foul play. And we're going to bring back in Venusaur. He does still have 2 shields, so likely to use at least one here. There's the first one, and then I'm expecting a foul play to come in. Fairly, here it is, and it does a good little chunk there, but we are able to get off another Frenzy Plant. See if he decides to use another shield. He does not, so we'll be able to farm this down a little bit. Have a little bit extra energy going in. It is Jumpluff. We're going to switch into our Umbreon matchup there with some loaded energy on the Venusaur. So later on we can hit the Sludge Bomb against this Jumpluff there. So let's see. We're going to just foul play here every single time and just try to burn some energy. Maybe we'll get a shield as well. Would be nice, but we shall see. We're gonna just foul play again, and I mean, that's one thing. Umbreon's very tanky in this. It doesn't like, it's a very safe, it's very safe. Nothing like beats it super hard. Nothing you know, it doesn't beat anything super hard either. So it's very even for the most part in this cup. And we are going to throw here the Sludge Bomb, and that's going to be GG's. So as soon as we got that shield, we do throw the Sludge Bomb, and that's going to finish that off. So good first game there. Here we go. This is not a great matchup for me. These X Scissors are going to be super effective. And so we are going to foul play here. Let's see how much that does. No, it doesn't do a whole lot. You can see it's going to take a few of those to chunk this Vespiquen down. Now we're going to block the X Scissor. He probably has another X Scissor already loaded. Here it comes, and let's see how much this does. It does a good little chunk there. It's going to take a few of those X Scissors, but he's getting to them very, very quickly. So something to watch out for with Vespiquen. I do have a Alolan Graveler in the back. I didn't want to switch because I felt like he might have, I know on his team he has Sudowoodo as an option, and so there's the switch into another X Scissor. And so I know Alolan Graveler can beat Sudowoodo in the right situation, and this is just the wrong one here. We're gonna throw a move, and this is gonna do almost nothing, but he actually shielded, so that's okay. I do have to get, basically for Alolan Graveler to win, you have to bait a shield with Rock Blast and then get it with the Stone Edge on the back end. So, but you can win that matchup in even energy, even shield scenario, one shield scenario. So there, Sudowoodo just doing some work here to me, like honestly. Let's see how he uses a shield. And I think I'm going to lose this one, it looks like. He actually switches last minute to Vespiquen. And so that gets KO'd, but then he's going to bring back in Sudowoodo, and that's going to finish me off with the counters. So GG's. Definitely Sudowoodo is something that on this team that I was having issues with. We do win the lead here. Jumpluff into a Frostlass, not a good scenario, and then he switches into Sudowoodo, which actually Frostlass can win this matchup. So we are in a pretty good situation here. Going to avalanche here to grab the shield. There's the shield. And then we're going to avalanche again. This should almost KO. If you go for the shadow ball instead of the second one, it will KO, I believe. But just trying to save that extra energy, farm up a little bit more on Sudowoodo, and we'll hopefully come out of this matchup with a good positive energy. We do switch to Venusaur there, get a little energy. We also save our Frostlass for in game. We know we can use it against this Jumpluff. And let's see how this goes. We do get the shield there, and then I think we can Sludge Bomb here. Sludge Bomb will not KO, and Aerial Ace from him will not KO either. So we're going to get quite a bit of damage here with the Sludge Bomb. Not enough to KO though. So we are going to have to get to another move. I think I will get KO'd before. Yeah, so there's another Aerial Ace. So that's going to KO me. And so we're going to bring in our Alolan Graveler. This is neutral damage on that Volt Switch because it's flying grass. So those cancel each other out. And then, oof, that was a lot there. But we get extra energy there. And then Vespiquen comes in. So we're going to hit this Avalanche. And that should be, I think it'll either KO or be very, very close. Yeah, there's that. So we do get the next Avalanche off, and that's going to be GG's on that match. Very, very close. Luckily, I had a lot of stored energy, and we had Alolan Graveler in the back still. So here's the next set of 3. I'm going to lead with Lapras this time and right into a Sudowoodo. So not a good situation here for us. Unfortunately, those ice moves not doing a whole lot there to Sudowoodo. So we are going to get the Surf. And then I'm assuming a Rock Blast is going to, or a Rock Slide is going to come in, and that will KO. But honestly, he might have been able to go for the farm down, but he's going to double into me here. And actually, I'd clicked there on the charge move, and so I'm not sure why I didn't get a Surf off in between his 2 charge moves, because I had clicked it before he hit the first one. So a little frustrating there. Sudowoodo definitely going to be a problem here. We're going to bring in our Alolan Graveler and Rock Slide there, and then we should just and once again we don't get the move off. That was probably more of a Volt Switch problem than anything else. Volt Switch is kind of a long move. And then he switches to Jumpluff, and this is pretty much over. Like, I think this Aerial Ace will be very, very close to knocking me out. Yeah, there's the KO. So, GG's. Definitely a little frustrating there, but still a good match. We learned a little bit there. I was running Breloom on my team at this time, so here's Breloom versus Umbreon. Interesting scenario here. Obviously, those counters doing quite a bit of damage, and he actually switches to Jumpluff just in time to avoid the Seed Bomb. And so you can see not going to do a whole lot to Jumpluff. Jumpluff definitely a problem for Breloom because it doesn't really have an answer for it. Everything is resisted, which is one reason I don't necessarily... Breloom was something I wanted to test out. I felt like it was very, very fragile, and just didn't give me the coverage I was really looking for. Definitely has some good matchups, but a lot of other ones, there are just better things out there than Breloom, I think, in this meta. And so here we're going to double shield our Alolan Graveler, and there's the Aerial Ace. Oh, he baited me, and let's see, is this an Aerial Ace or is this going to be a Energy Ball? Yeah, so that's going to KO. Double weak to that, or actually single weakness to that, I believe, because it's not... I was thinking a regular Graveler, which would be double weak, but this one's only a single weakness to that, the Rock type. Last Resort. Oh, that hurts. And we're gonna throw this Dynamic Punch. Actually, probably no. That was... I don't think Seed Bomb would have been enough. And there you can see against that counter, Just not able to do enough. He has a shield remaining, and then he's going to be able to probably double rock slide here and KO me. He might be able to with just one. It's going to be, no, not quite enough. It does about 50% of HP on my Venusaur. So yeah, we're going to lose that one. And that's the thing, Sudowoodo is very, very good, guys. If you haven't looked at it for this cup, definitely a big threat and definitely something to watch out for. Here we go, Frostlass versus Alolan Graveler. Not a great matchup for us. We're going to switch into our Breloom, and you can see we're just doing damage very quickly, but then he gets that jump bluff in, and we just don't have an answer to anything with Breloom on that. You could run, it does have a poison type move, so you could run that if you wanted to. I just felt like with a lot of the matchups I needed the Seed Bomb and Dynamic Punch combo, but you could run that and run the poison charge move instead. So we are going to farm this thing down quite a bit, and then we're going to throw the Avalanche. I don't think he'll shield. He'll allow it to just faint here. There's no point of saving a shield or using a shield on that. We're going to shield up on this Alolan Graveler, and then we're going to throw... actually, we're going to switch. We're going to switch into... that's actually a great switch on my part. Amazing. And Venusaur into this, and he's going to switch into Sudowoodo. So we actually have a very good situation right now. He is trying to set up for the end game, but we do have quite a bit of energy on our Frostlass. It's going to allow us to do quite a bit. And I think he was overcharging there a little bit, got a little greedy on this Sudowoodo, and he's going to need to throw. So that's going to KO us, and then we are going to... have to throw our Avalanche. This will KO Sudowoodo, and then he's got a Alolan Graveler, I believe, and we should be pretty close, and there's the KO. So GG's, very close games, really a lot of fun. Do appreciate my Patreon supporters. If you guys haven't already, link in the description down below. And as always, guys, like, comment, subscribe, and keep on battling.